Dusty Zomer, Jason Johnson in row 7, Craig Delansky, Sam Haverteeth Jr. in row 8. Kerry Madsen, Lucas Wolf in row 9, Darren Pittman and Brian Paulus in row 10, Chad Kavanaugh and Chad Hillier in row 11, and Ricky Logan and Brian Brown round out the 24-car field here on night number 1 of the MediaCom Shootout featuring the Advanced Auto Parts World of Outlaws.
DeVore Motors pace truck into the infield, now up to Brooke Tatnall and Tony Bruce Jr. Slowly into turns 3 and 4, and now edging closer to the stripe. Throttles go to the floor, the green flag is waving, and we are underway at Knoxville. Brooke Tatnall jumping out the lead into turn 1.
Down through turn number 2. Here comes Terry McCarl, the outside of Tony Bruce.
Oh, trouble over in turn number 2, car upside down. Brian Paulus taking a hard tumble in the second corner.
Red flag on the speedway as Brian Paulus' car sits upside down the middle of turn number 2. The field working its way through the turn. Doug Clark takes a look. Looking. Green flag coming out here at Knoxville.
Side by side, this time into 1 and 2. Tatnall down low, Tony Bruce Jr. up on the cushion. Sideways is Jason Johnson, gathers it back in. We race down the backstretch. Your leader is Brooke Tatnall with Tony Bruce, feeling the pressure from both Donny, Schatz, and Terry McCarl.
A three-way battle about to happen for the 3rd spot. Terry McCarl has 3rd right now. Donny Schatz, now Shane Stewart up into the 5th spot. Jack Hodgson right behind him as Joey Saldana makes the move to the outside, and Jason Meyers in turn 2.
T-Mac off the pace, problems for Terry McCarl. McCarl slowing on the high side in turns 3 and 4. Wonder if McCarl may have gotten together with Tony Bruce as they enter turn 3. McCarl coming to a stop on the outside of the 4th corner, bringing us under caution.
Caution out on the racetrack, Terry McCarl.
Shane Stewart and Jack Hodgson.
We're underway as Brooke Tatnall takes the green flag by the orange cone on the front straightaway. Here comes Donny Schatz to the outside of Tony Bruce Jr. for 2nd. He's got it down the back straightaway.
Trouble over in turn 2. Car off the pace. The 5Z of Dusty Zomer slowly down the back straightaway. We're still green for the moment. Tatnall leading it, but the 2-time and defending series champion stalking him now into turns 1 and 2. The caution flag will wave. However, Dusty Zomer cannot get off the speedway.
Oh, and just when Donny Schatz was mounting a charge on your leader down the back chute, the yellow flag comes out on the racetrack to bring them all back down to idle. Brooke Tatnall will bring the field around turns 3 and 4. Green flag is out. Here we go. 23, 22 to go.
Once again, Donny Schatz goes up to the high side in 1 and 2. Takes measure of Tony Bruce Jr. They'll go wheel to wheel down the backstretch. Schatz and Bruce side by side for 2nd into turn 3. Schatz gets to the bottom first and makes the move. Now Shane Stewart trying to follow him into 3rd.
Jack Hodgson right behind him as they work down the front straightaway. Tony Bruce still holding on to the 3rd spot. Here comes Shane Stewart to the outside in turn 2. Down the back straightaway, Shane Stewart looks to the outside in turn 3, trying to take the 3rd spot away. Now he'll duck in behind the car number 18 down the first straightaway.
Up on the high side of the speedway, the crowd pleaser. Craig Delansky going at it, got by Steve Kitzer as 1 and 2 last time. Now coming after the 6th car of Tim Schaefer in a battle for 9th.
Shane Stewart takes the 3rd spot from Tony Bruce Jr. Off of turn 4, Shane Stewart now rides 3rd. Tony Bruce in the 4th spot, then Jack Hodgson. But up front, Brooke Tatnall still leads him down the back straightaway as Donny Schatz starts to close in on your leader.
Last time by, the advantage was 61/100ths of a second for Brooke Tatnall. This time with 6 laps in the book, Tatnall's lead is 46/100ths of a second. Donny Schatz is indeed getting closer in that armor roll number 15.
Shane Stewart still running 3rd, then Tony Bruce Jr. in the 4th spot, Jack Hodgson 5th as Jason Meyers starts to reel him in. He's running in the 6th spot. Now Meyers on the heels of Jack Hodgson in turn 4.
Jason Meyers and Jack Hodgson going at it for a top 5, and getting closer to leader Brooke Tatnall is Donny Schatz. Still working the high side. Craig Delansky again trying to come after Tim Schaefer. Now Sam Haverteeth and Steve Kitzer side by side for 10th, and give it to Haverteeth into turn 3.
Brooke Tatnall leads him. Here comes Donny Schatz. Now within 3 car lengths in turn 2. He's really close to the gap through turns 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, Brooke Tatnall starts to extend his lead again. Schatz running 2nd, Shane Stewart 3rd.
Schatz used the bottom side of the racetrack in 3 and 4. Goes right up to the middle down the front stretch. Tatnall on the cushion in 1 and 2. Schatz very good down on the low side, but can't hold it down low. Has to trip to the cushion, and it is still Tatnall leading it by 5 car lengths down the backstretch.
Brooke Tatnall, Donny Schatz, Shane Stewart, Tony Bruce Jr., Jack Hodgson, Jason Meyers, Joey Saldana, Danny Wasowski, Tim Schaefer, then a battle Sam Haverteeth Jr. to the inside of Craig Delansky, side by side down the front chute with Delansky with the advantage of the stripe.
Haverteeth has been very strong in the last couple of laps. He drove by Steve Kitzer Stewart 2 laps ago had him move to the inside of Craig Delansky, just could not make it work as they exited turn 4. Leaders about to encounter lap traffic with 11 laps down, and it is Brooke Tackle leading it over Donny Schatz, but they are nearly nose to tail down the backstretch.
Coming into lap traffic, Brooke Tackle leads them through turn 4. Donny Schatz now 2 car lengths behind him as Ricky Logan slows down the front straightaway. Here comes Donny Schatz taking a look to the inside. Not going to do it in turns 1 and 2. He'll slide to the cushion in turn 2.
Donny Schatz tried it on the bottom, couldn't make it stick. He'll try the low side again in 3 and 4. Tackle drifts up to the cushion. Tackle doesn't get a very good run off of turn 4, and now Schatz right on his back bumper into turn 1.
Cross flags are out halfway home as the race is for the lead. Donny Schatz took a look to the inside. Tackle used the cushion to his advantage down the back chute. He'll close the bottom in turn number 3. Schatz has to go to the cushion in turn 4. He'll lose some ground as he bobbles over the cushion off of turn 4.
Don't look now. Shane Stewart catching right up with the lead duo. Stewart, who earlier this season picked up that $5,000 check for winning the Quick Liner Cup, reeling in the leaders. It's a 3-way battle for the top spot into turn 3.
Brooke Tackle, Donny Schatz, and Shane Stewart, your top 3 cars nearly nose to tail through turns 3 and 4, battling for the lead.
This time by 15 laps down, 10 laps to go. We've got a good one up front. Tackle has led from the drop of the green flag, but he's had challenges from the 15 of Donny Schatz, and now Shane Stewart all over Donny Schatz for second in the 3 and 4.
Shane Stewart is knocking on the door here in Knoxville. He'll look high, bobble off of turn 4. He'll allow Donny Schatz to pull away. Brooke Tackle still leading. Donny Schatz 4 car lengths back to your leader. Then Shane Stewart starting to close in again in the 3rd spot. Tony Bruce Jr., then Jack Huttenchild and Jason Meyers. Now your leader in turn 4 in heavy lap traffic.
Shane Stewart tried the high line, had to pull it down to the bottom, but again, heavy traffic right in front of Brooke Tackle. Here comes Schatz down low. Schatz to the bottom, Tackle on the cushion, side by side for the lead down the backstretch.
Wheel to wheel, it's going to be 3-way battle. Oh, Brooke Tackle off the throttle in turn 3. Shane Stewart gets into the back of him. Huttenchild off the throttle as well, but your former leader, Brooke Tackle, slowing in turn 4.
Brooke Tackle with problems off the pace in the 4th corner, and it cost Jack Huttenchild a spot. Huttenchild had to get off the throttle for the slowing car of Tackle, and that allowed the 14 of Jason Meyers to slide by.
Well, Johnny, as they were going through 3 and 4, Shane Stewart, another one of those drivers that had to get hard on the binders to avoid driving right over the top of Brooke Tackle. Doug Clark's looking at the field as they work off of turn 4. Green flag coming out. We're back underway with 7 to go.
Shane Stewart trying to stay right with Donny Schatz through turns 1 and 2. Tony Bruce taking a look to the low side. Jack Huttenchild trying to get away, and here's the battle for the lead. Shane Stewart all over Donny Schatz into turn 3.
Donny Schatz holding him off on the bottom now. Shane Stewart pulls up to the high side. Schatz comes up to the top of the track to block. Down the front straightaway, Shane Stewart drives it deep into the high side of turn 1. The battle still for the lead.
Shane Stewart has the faster car. He gives Schatz a little tap on a turn 2. Down the backstretch into turn number 3. Schatz on the bottom, drifts up high, but Shane Stewart's on the cushion right there. Gives him racing room down the front straightaway. Schatz and Stewart still side by side.
Shane Stewart puts the whip to it into turn number 1. A big run up on the high side. Schatz slides high to block down the back straightaway. Donny Schatz leads them. Here comes Shane Stewart again to take a look through turns 3 and 4. Tony Bruce Jr. still right there in the 3rd spot. Now Jason Meyers up into the 4th position.
Yellow flag on the speedway. Problems for Davey Heskin, the 20-year-old driver out of St. Michael, Minnesota, who was so impressive in his heat race, coming to a stop on the high side in turn number 2. Schatz on the throttle a little earlier this time, but Shane Stewart right there with him. They roll down the front stretch into 1-2. Schatz goes to the middle of the racetrack, and again to the cushion goes Shane Stewart. Jason Meyers to the outside of Tony Bruce Jr. They're side by side for 3rd, but the race for the lead into the 3rd corner.
Still racing for the lead. Shane Stewart on the cushion about midway up the racetrack. Donny Schatz slides high to block. Down the front straightaway, they go nose to tail down into turn 1.
Stewart to the cushion once again. Donny Schatz down on the low side. This time Shane Stewart will drive by him. Shane Stewart will take the lead in the midpoint of the backstretch.
They touch wheels going into turn 3 as Shane Stewart takes the lead. Jason Meyers now up into the 3rd spot, but Donny Schatz running 2nd. Back in pursuit of the leader, Shane Stewart. Schatz goes right to the bottom of turns 1 and 2, trying to close the gap. Shane Stewart leads him. Donny Schatz, then Jason Meyers, Tony Bruce Jr., and Jack Huttenchild, your top 5.
Shane Stewart starting to pull away from the Tony Stewart Racing number 15. This time by, we'll have 2 laps to go. Stewart, Schatz, and now Jason Meyers, 1, 2, and 3. The battle for the 5th spot. Joey Saldana all over Jack Huttenchild out of turn 2.
Times are running out as Joey Saldana had better go because the white flag flies. 1 to go for Shane Stewart as he leads him down into turn 1.
Shane Stewart looking for his first victory of the 2008 Advanced Auto Parts World of Outlaws season. Down the backstretch, less than half a lap away. He hits the cushion in turn number 3.
Off of turn 4, Doug Clark waves the twin checkers. Your winner, night number 1, Shane Stewart. Donny Schatz comes home second. Jason Meyers third. Tony Bruce Jr. fourth. Jack Heidenchild fifth. Joey Saldana, Daniel Osowski, Sam Haferteeth Jr., then Tim Schaefer.
Take us through that pass for the lead.
I thought he was going to be able to hear me up top, and if he took my line away, I was going to be done. I wasn't near as good as he was on the bottom, but oh man, I don't think I breathed the last 7 laps. Bonsai and Kevin's been doing a great job for me all season, and we put together a new Steve Kent car, and this thing's been awesome, and we've been knocking on the door, and it feels good to get one, I can tell you. It's my guys, we haven't raced much because of rain, but there hasn't been a team out there that's worked as hard as mine has, and it feels good to get a win, I can tell you, and especially to beat that 15 here. He's been the king here for quite some time, and it feels good to beat him, I can tell you. It just feels good to be up here, and I got to thank Dennis and Teresa, and of course all of our sponsors. Paul Kistler did a great job with our motors. We've been qualifying in the right spot, which is important, and whew, feels good.